There we go. No, here we go. All right.
I
There.
fucking knew it. We were so well prepared.
No,
I knew
I was
something had to
distracted
go.
by you trying to hum our theme song.
I knew. Did you?
You jackass.
We predicted this.
You
We
both are
We
jackasses.
predicted this bullshit.
All right.
All right.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Ravens Flock. It is July 3rd, the first Saturday of July. We are a day away from Independence Day.
24 hours
If
before
you're-
freedom times.
If you're in the U.S., gonna say this right now. Happy 4th of July. We're not gonna be able to say it tomorrow. Well, we'll say it tomorrow, but not on this show.
And if you're not in the US, we don't care. Fuck you.
Hey!
Wow.
Just kidding. We care about some of you.
Hey!
Wow.
A couple of days ago,
Those of you who care about us, at least.
yeah,
Don't
those
you
of who care
understand that every country belongs in America?
What about
No.
Canada Day? Canada Day was on July 1st. That was-
Canada is basically Diet America.
Wow.
Yeah, because you actually get healthier over there. That's why it's Diet America. You
Yeah.
know why? Because
Yeah.
they have socialized healthcare,
And
and
it
it
tastes
works.
like shit.
Oh,
It
whatever.
works.
No,
So-
seriously, talk to a Canadian sometime. They'll tell you some stories.
I'm Jose Casabona, your host, and also host of Wrestle Rewind. Joining me on my left, this unfiltered motherfucker,
You're welcome.
the host of Los Amigos Play, Angel Mendez.
Hello, everybody. I am the Kenny to his Spenny.
I
And
hate
his
them
other
both.
Spenny.
I'm not. I hate that show. I am neither Kenny nor Spenny. I
And
absolutely
joining me
despise
to
it.
my right is the host of the Block Files, a man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos of the Ravens Flock that we put out every single week. The man who literally hates Kenny versus Spenny, though not as much as he hates Onision, Mr. Juan Rouse.
You're goddamn right. They
To be
both
fair,
need
though,
to die.
one of those is properly justified in his hatred. The other one is just a dumb comedy show.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get having like boorish comedy and stuff because that was the hotness back in the early 2000s.
The
That's
Jackass
what
days.
And yeah, I will admit that I guiltily enjoy Jackass stuff. I'm not too hyped about the whole thing with Darby Allin, by the way, for the record. I'm getting that out of the way right now. I don't necessarily care. They can the guys of Jackass are too old, and one of them is a little too unalive now. So
Whoops.
it's not the
I
same.
guess we're cracking it early. Okay.
yeah, we're cracking that early.
Before we get to that, I just want to remind folks that yes, we are currently simulcasting
Yes.
on youtube.com/the Ravens Flock and twitch.tv/the Ravens Flock online. If you're
Yes.
watching on YouTube, be sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification
Point
bell
to Angel's
stay
leg.
Observe upon my leg.
to stay up to date on
Yeah.
all of our videos. We produce video content every single day of the week.
Please hit like for the love of God.
Do
And-
it.
and if you
Touch
have-
my knee.
And if you have any questions or comments not relating to Angel's knee, then go ahead and drop them on this during the stream, and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
There will soon be an OnlyFans just for this leg, specifically for promotion purposes.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I will do it.
The
I don't
scariest,
give a damn.
the scariest part is that somewhere out there, somebody will get off to the idea of the hairy leg of some dude on the internet.
But yes, just to briefly touch on it, thanks, Juan. I thought we were going to talk about it, but I guess
We're
you brought it up.
Listen, because he's free to do so, we're going full force ahead.
I don't want to waste too much time. AEW, a current AEW wrestler and former TNT champion Darby Allin
Hang on.
will star in the upcoming Jackass 4. Jackass is a series of movies. They start off as a TV show with stupid people doing stupid shit. And back in the 2000s, yes, it was a hot commodity.
Yes, it gave us the glorious acting talents of Mr. Johnny Knoxville,
Bam
haven't
Margera,
heard
Bam
that name,
Margera,
so-
the late Ryan Dunn.
Bye, Ryan.
His ass is dead.
Steve-O.
Steve-O, yeah.
Steve-O.
Chris Pontius. Chris and Pontius and Steve-O are the Wild Boys. What do you
The
call
Wild Boys. Oh,
Wee
man.
Man. We got Wee Man
it?
from that
We
show.
also have Preston. Was it Preston Lacey?
Yes.
Yep, who was the big fat dude in there.
Yep.
And the other two guys no one gives a shit about.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Ouch.
But anyways.
Ouch.
Darby Allin is not just a pro wrestler; he's also a pro skateboarder. He lives a straight edge lifestyle, and right now he's gaining a huge popularity with fans. Not just fans in the wrestling bubble, but also fans outside of the wrestling bubble.
It strikes me like he could just keep his popularity by doing what he's doing right now. What's the point of joining a style of comedy that has been...
A lot of people on the internet have also made jokes prior to this announcement that they associate with a lot of his stunts, a lot of his videos as part of being Jackass.
Oh, so he's just following
He's
the
leaning-
trend of
he's
his own memes.
He's leaning into his own memes. Yeah, basically.
Slaves
you wanna
to
know what's actually
something
funny?
greater.
What's actually weird to me?
What?
These guys are like the way that Jackass came about. It started with like the subculture of like street skateboarding. And,
That's right.
Goofing off in that because whenever pro skateboarding skateboarders would actually like do demo tapes for themselves, and they'd set up as music videos when they're off and when they're not like doing that shit. They're just goofing off and making jokes and pulling gags on each other.
You see-
that's where half of them came from. That's where like Bam Margera came from. Johnny Knoxville came in.
That's
because
right. Many of these guys were ex-skateboarders, weren't they?
Yeah, no, like Bam Margera tried to be back in skateboarding, but he's gotten a little too. He's looking more like Phil Margera
He
these
is.
days.
He is. He's
And
got his
yeah.
own problems. That's a totally different
That and his
story.
friend's dead. I'm not going to stop mentioning the fact that
Yeah.
Ryan Dunn
Also,
is dead.
I would like to remind us of the way that somehow Tony Hawk is getting older by the day, but he remains to be one of the most skilled skateboarders in the world. I don't know how he does it, but that man is insane.
practice.
Yes, practice.
He was considered old 20 years ago when he was only 30.
Well, he's called the eternal teenager for a reason.
But yeah, as of right now, Darby Allin is doing well. He's had memorable matches on Dynamite. He's wrestled the likes of John Moxley, Chris Jericho. He's currently paired up with the wrestling legend himself, the icon Sting.
Sting.
I will always pop for Sting. He is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Remember who knows how to tap the hammer?
So this
You
is
and your
what
Sting promo. Jesus.
So this is what Joe's simping actually look like.
Yes, this is what Jose's sipping and starting looks
Now,
like. See,
now.
this is the reason why I didn't want us to have any wrestling news this week. Because I knew we would get into this crap. So I went ahead, you know what? I flipped the script on us tonight. I went ahead and started us off with this crap about Darby Allin to get it out of our system.
But
And
inevitably-
you know
what?
what? You will not
Listen.
leave me alone about it.
Listen, it's cool.
We're trying to do this for 4 weeks.
No, we gotta do it again.
All right, two things. Number one, I'm leaving you alone because we're going to stop talking about it right now. Number two, you won't have to worry about anything wrestling related, especially with Darby Allin. Do you know why?
Why?
Because despite him being a skateboarder, despite him being a jackass, there's one place that he will never, ever touch, and that is not a knock on him as a talent.
What's that?
It's a factor of matter that he's literally will not be allowed to qualify to save his fucking life. Go
Well,
ahead.
I was talking about him being in the Summer Olympics, but
That's
yes.
what I'm saying. He will never be able to qualify to compete on behalf of the United States of America in the Olympic Games because, well, number one, they're already started over in
Obviously,
Tokyo now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the beginning of the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympic Games.
By the way, before we jump into those, I think I begin to understand exactly why so many ex-skaters go into jackass-style comedy. When you think about it, getting hit in the balls is the oldest form of comedy.
Yes.
From as long as man existed. And one of the greatest dangers when you skate is to wipe the fuck out and reduce your ability to produce children by 20%.
Yes.
So it is inevitable that one will connect to the other. So Jackass was born from his balls. There, Jackass has been made. But I digress.
MTV, go ahead and throw us $50 million like you did with those assholes.
Yeah, we also want to destroy our lives with drugs and unwanted fame and sexual harassment claims. Wait, no, actually, stop.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead, as Juan says. Let's flip the script. Let's talk about the Summer
Sports.
Olympic Games. For
you have to pardon me on this. This it's not that I don't respect Darby Allin. Obviously, he's a cool wrestler and all that. But when you speak of the Olympic Games, I don't give a fuck.
That's some
You
heavy
put
stuff
some
right there.
respect on their names.
it stands on a higher plateau.
You
Do
put
not
some
forget,
respect on
you
those
are
athletes.
representing your country on the entire world's stage against other countries. So you gotta honor the flag that you fly under because you're not just competing for yourself. You're competing for all of the United States of America.
Now, just
Exactly.
just recently there was a video that was put out, basically like a promotional video for the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games.
Yeah.
We're not going to show it right now, but we got a chance to watch it. I'm going to go around from left to right. Angel, what did you think of the video?
First off, I was a little off when I saw the dancing iPop group, and I'm like, is this an anime? And then the art shift happened, and I just went, this is an anime. To their credit, it was honestly very beautiful. They had that type of music that I can't remember the name of. It kind of sounds like a female doing enka singing with this fantastic projection that jump between one screen and another, connecting to different scenes that go between rooms to the big dramatic sports events. Overall, it was nice, short, and compact, but very colorful, very, what's the word?
Gentlemen, may
busy.
I?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay,
It
for the
was
record,
busy as hell.
we clearly don't give a damn about copyright because we're too small to be monetized anyway. But again,
This is being
because-
shown to you for entertainment purposes, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Oh,
with that being
I
said,
guess
we're putting some respect on this. On
Can
this
you switch the
routine.
camera so they can see it?
Oh no, he's playing the theme of the Olympics.
Oh,
All right, you know what? I guess this means I have to lend Juan my mic. Juan,
might as well.
what are your thoughts on the video when you first saw it?
I was overwhelmed. I was like, this is like, yes, this like if there's any fucking description, the fucking theme I'm playing here, the John Williams score by the London Symphony Orchestra,
It's very
celebrating
powerful.
the Olympic Games. This is like, yes, this fits. This is how one respects the spirit of friendly competition amongst worlds in athletic superiority in order to prove which countries produce the best athletes and to settle differences in scores in a respectable manner of fellowship and camaraderie and shit.
Because wars are way too expensive right now.
Now,
Exactly.
I thought the video was well produced, as Angel pointed out. As Angel pointed out, the transitions that they did from going one scene to the other, that was executed
There was a
perfectly.
huge amount of detail everywhere. I
A lot
loved
of
it.
detail.
Isn't it beautiful,
The
though?
visuals were so beautiful, and if there was any way to hype up the upcoming Olympic Games, this was it. The last time the Olympics were in Japan was over in I think it was over in a city called Niigata, Japan, in 1998 for the Winter Olympics.
Yep. Now
So these are
now
the
they got
summer games, right?
Yes, these are summer games. They're supposed to be from summer of 2020, but obviously we know what happened in summer of 2020.
We do not want to talk about the summer
We're
of
speaking-
2020.
There were
Right
some
now.
technical difficulties in the entire world. Also, fun fact, you know what I
Have
found
you
out?
tried
Nice
turning
way
it
of-
off the world and turning it back on again?
We did. It's taken a while to reboot this bitch. They keep telling me it will be 2 more weeks before I get the signal back, but I don't trust the government anymore. But anyway, fun little fact, and this is gonna fuck with you guys a little bit.
Go ahead.
Do you know what is one of the most okay? So the stars of the sports usually they stay in hotels and places in local towns and cities before they go to the games, because obviously you're not gonna
Right.
you're not gonna fly from your home country to the fucking Taiwan when you have to compete. The lag will kill you.
Right.
So guess what happens in those cities most of the times?
What?
They run out of condoms.
Oh my God!
No,
Wow!
think about it. You have thousands of beautiful, perfectly fit people in a high stress environment in the same town and or hotel. What the hell do you think is gonna happen there?
What the hell do
my
you think?
goodness.
Exactly.
We
No, I
literally
can
took.
see that.
You remember
can
the
see
song
that
"The
too.
Beautiful People"? Okay, we took all the beautiful people and put them in a building.
All right, so I have an article that was
From Teen Vogue.
from Teen Vogue.
Ha!
Yeah, I know.
Jose
Hey,
reads a girl.
Broken clock twice a day. We read it for the articles. You fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I'm just
So-
giving Jose a little bit of good old fashioned.
So, and this one is dated, but the information is still solid.
Relevant.
The Tokyo Olympics are expected to kick off on July 23rd. So it hasn't started yet, but it
Sir.
will later this month.
Earlier than I expected, though. I thought it would be like the end of July or something like that.
Yeah, the 17-day series of the games are set for Friday the 23rd till Sunday, August 8th. Yep, they have been mostly confined in their hotel rooms as a
told you.
precaution for the pandemic.
Condoms, zero.
Confined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say. Confined. You honestly think these motherfuckers don't know how to sneak around?
We just got through a pandemic. Do you think they're going to take a chance?
Bro,
Yes. Do you know why? Because
Boy,
funnily
let me ask
enough,
you something, my
Japan
friend.
actually hasn't had
my
that much
brother,
of an impact
my
in terms of-
compadre, my amigo, let me ask you something, and I want you to look at me in the eyes and answer me with 100% honesty. Do you think that humanity's self-preservation instinct holds a candle to the power of horny?
Fuck, you're right. Fuck, you're right.
Sometimes
we
I-
human beings are horny in nature.
Even if it kills us, especially if it kills us.
Death by snoo snoo.
Death by snooze.
All right.
Muerte por snooze. There was a dude wearing that shirt.
All
Are you
right.
serious?
Yes.
That's nasty.
Now,
I love it.
this year's Olympic Games is going to be streamed on all platforms. Obviously,
Makes
NBC
sense.
will be broadcasting the opening and closing ceremonies along with the competitions. So that's the best way to watch it. And let's
Nice.
see what the games will look like here. According to this article, Japan has been hit hard by COVID thanks to the spread of a troubling new strain nicknamed EEK. It's literally spelled E-E-K. EEK.
What does that stand for?
What the no?
That's not-
Eek, like eek
Yeah.
as
Okay,
the,
so we had the Delta version like a few weeks
That's
ago.
that's the
scientists-
same one.
Is this the Sigma version?
I think it's the same one.
That scientists say
Jesus.
carries a mutation that reduces vaccine protection. Hospitals were nearly hitting capacity as recently as last month,
Wow.
forcing people. Well, mind you, this article was on June 17th, so
You're worried that people aren't wearing condoms? These people need to be wearing a fucking mask.
Well, they
Yes,
can-
Olympians.
They can do it while they're fucking then.
as of
Oh, for the love of
from
God.
the month of May, Japan peaked at about 6,200 cases daily.
Wow, Jesus. I was about to say that isn't too high of a number until you said daily. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because I thought Japan would be one of the first countries due to being an isolated island that could be able to restrain this pandemic as faster than we do.
So, to address COVID-19 safety, Japan is currently banning foreign spectators from attending the events. As
Damn.
for local spectators, the Japanese newspaper, the Asahi Shinbun, reports that the government will make a final decision about crowds and... Oh, wait, that was already... I guess they already decided.
They already made a decision.
Yeah, that was on June 20th, so...
If
Yeah,
you pa-
Joe, you're a little late.
you
Why don't you get some news?
Please remember to put your giant mechs within safe distance of one another.
Well, the point is...
Yes,
it's going-
park them 6 feet apart. That's
point
like
is-
nothing for mechs, though. Like,
It's like step.
Yeah.
Not
All right. So the point is, the games are happening July 23rd. That's when the opening ceremony starts. The games will begin. I don't know if COVID is going to make any if the COVID precautions are going to play a
Most
factor
likely.
into these competitions.
Most
We'll see.
likely. Also,
But I'm excited for it. I've been watching the Olympics for a long, long time. My favorite summer games to this day, and I'm not saying it because I'm a wrestling mark, Juan. I actually did enjoy it.
What's
was
that?
the Summer Games of 1996.
in Atlanta, Georgia. That is
Georgia.
the legendary one, and I'm calling you out because you are a wrestling mark.
Oh,
That is
come
the one
on.
where famous Olympic gold medalist and famous WWE Hall of Famer, the American hero himself, Kurt Angle,
Oh, shit.
won his Olympic gold medals in freestyle wrestling with, and he will never, ever let you forget it, a broken freaking neck.
wow.
He literally
to be
broke
fair,
his
though, if I did something like that, I would never let people forget either.
Like, he literally broke his own
Ever.
neck in order to keep himself from being pinned. Like, no,
Holy
screw this.
shit!
I choose death over defeat.
Wait! I knew he broke his neck. I thought somebody broke it for him in the fight. Are you telling me this fucking madman literally nearly killed himself rather than be the... Okay, shit. No. You know what? No, he's by law enforced to brag about that shit until
Until
his
the day
dying
he-
fucking days.
He's a goddamn American hero.
Oh, it's true.
It's
damn true.
I'll break my own neck with my bare hands. Don't fuck with this wrestler.
Like, no, it's like...
Why won't you die?
Like, his opponent was
Neck
trying
breaking,
to... The
son.
thing is, his opponent was trying to pin him, and obviously he's trying to keep his shoulders from being pinned down. So naturally, he's like, you know what? No, I'm going to contort myself out of the way in order to keep from being pinned down. I would rather die than be defeated.
I think at that point he just won because his opponent was too terrified of what he would do to him.
They literally,
Yeah.
like, he would brag about it that afterwards the doctors that reviewed it was like, if it weren't for your overdeveloped fucking neck muscles, you would be dead by now.
If it wasn't for your massive gain. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Dude, that is some anime shit.
Well,
Alright,
that's
so
Kurt Angle
Literally,
for you.
I will destroy my own bones. I just need my muscles to keep my body together for a few minutes long. Like, start playing fucking Shiro Emiya's theme right now. Because that is the most metal thing I have ever heard today.
All right, so folks, if you're watching right now, are you excited? Will you be watching the Tokyo Olympic Games this year? Let us know in the comments.
Yes, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Share with us your thoughts about the Olympic Games. Do we need to be worried about horny athletes
Yes.
or athletes catching COVID or some combination
You know,
of the both?
I just realized we predicted this a few years ago. I said, and you can quote me on that, I'm pretty sure Corona Chan will eventually evolve to become even stronger.
It was earlier.
We are in the fourth fucking evolution now. This is the Delta variant. This is not a virus. This is a Digimon.
Like where,
God.
like this wasn't years ago. This is just last year.
It feels like years ago.
I know it does, doesn't it?
Speaking
No,
of
see,
com-
you know the Digimon movie? How that fucker just kept evolving and getting strong?
Yes.
This is what she's doing.
Oh, God.
She's eating data, except by data, I mean human DNA.
So speaking of comments, do we have any new comments for right now?
Absolutely. Billy is blowing up our chat, and I want to go
Hey.
ahead and say hi to everyone watching
Hello, Billy.
all over the world. Billy's blowing up our chat saying, let's see here. It's 4th of July for me, so happy 4th of July. Wait a minute, why the fuck did you shave your beard? If you're asking me, it's very simple. I did it for cosplay, I did it for videos, and I've got to refresh every...
man.
Of course.
Also, please understand, Billy, that we live in Florida. We have two weather patterns. Drown in the air or catch a fire.
Or
So,
just drown.
Every
drown.
now and then, having too much facial hair goes from stylish to just kind of a sweaty annoyance you gotta clean off your face.
What else has Billy said?
All right, let's see. What else is he asking? Condoms should be provided for free. Men have needs.
You think so, right?
Rather, yeah, men have their needs is what he's trying to say. God, I hate typos. Well, women have needs too. I mean, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Like,
To be fair, though, if they're wearing condoms, they're fulfilling both of their needs.
that's true.
That is
Especially you have them ribbed for her pleasure.
They
Ah.
don't, dude, they don't need ribbing. These are professional athletes.
Are you meaning to tell
Can
me
you
that?
can you imagine that level of stamina and power in the bathroom?
Shit, he's right.
They don't need
The greatest
assistance.
athletes in the world.
They don't need assistance. They do.
However-
This is not casual sex. This is competitive sex.
However, there's one problem with that, Angel.
What's that?
Having been a former school athlete, I can tell you one thing that is a very common practice amongst like high school and collegiate and Olympic athletes:
Was indeed.
enforced abstinence.
Oh yeah, to keep your
Yeah.
pressure going.
Yeah.
I understand,
Like,
but let's be
dude-
honest, they're not gonna listen to their
They're not
coaches for
gonna.
that one.
All right, what else is he
That-
saying?
that's all he
That's
said
all
for
that.
now.
All right, so
Like,
yeah.
One thing, by the way, and for the record, guys, I need to speak up on this right now. We have been slacking, or rather, I have been slacking on providing the clips from last week's episode. That's my fault. I've been in a little bit of a manic depressive state, so that's my bad.
You don't have to explain yourself.
Don't worry
No,
about
but
it. We understand.
I actually wanted to apologize, but I wanted to point that out as a fun little fact because while I was actually clipping out like the comments and stuff throughout last week's episode, I came to an interesting conclusion. In the hour and a half that we normally run on our shows, 20 minutes of it, like rather 18 or 20 minutes of it, was us interacting with you, with the fans, with our viewers, with our audience. The rest of it was our actual segments
So
proper.
there you go. You guys are important because you make up literally a fifth of our overall content. So
Hells yeah,
Closer
man.
to a third.
Closer
don't,
to a
don't
third.
ever stop being here for us because we'll never stop being here for you.
That being said,
Unlike the athletes who run off when they become single fathers.
Unfortunately, guys, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take the control stick to this airplane and take a nosedive.
Why?
Why? Because we do have to provide an update on one of the topics that we spoke
this thing's charging.
we spoke of last week.
That's right. If you recall on the previous episode, we spoke of the deplorable situation that the music star and pop star Britney Spears is going through right now regarding the fact that all her independence as an adult woman and as an adult, just an adult, has been taken away by her less than morally upstanding family.
Now, Juancho, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I believe you have an update to provide for us.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet and simple. And
There's nothing sweet about this when you
No,
think about
it's
it.
not sweet
It's
at
just
all.
simple.
It's very simple. Barely 2 days after Britney Spears' compelling testimony in her request to be removed from her conservatorship without any further psychiatric evaluation, the judge, an unnamed judge, basically said, "Nope, LOL, nope, bye, denied." Denied whole cloth. Whole cloth without any fucking real explanation other than lately saying on there, "Oh, she's clearly distraught and clearly disturbed and clearly psychologically incapable of handling her own money."
This is on 20th century. This woman has no right to speak shit right here.
more like
Yeah.
19th century.
19th, 20. All right, sorry, I was saying 1920s kind of shit. My bad.
Ah, okay.
Point in case is, it came a little too quickly for us not to suspect that there is some foul play going on in
It's
here.
literally it literally comes off that way, but the fact of the matter is, as stupid as this is, as fast and as terrible as this has come off, basically what was going on here was the judge was like, "Okay, I'm going by the letter of the rules. Have you gone through your psychiatric evaluation? No, denied. Just fucking denied. Just fucking." No, you're not allowed to have any humanity. You're not allowed to have any sort of fucking independence or any fucking agency.
Is
You're
there
not
any-
allowed to fuck and not have children, and have children of your own accord. You're not allowed to date. You're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to drive.
How much
you're not
you
allowed
wanna
to do
bet?
anything. Fuck you. You're
How
a
much you want to bet that she'll get her independence back when she conveniently stops making money by merely existing?
She's already doing that. She's already like trying to like force herself out of it, and then she's like,
Only when, dude, names carry power. And
All right.
power is money.
Guys,
of course, he's got the article up. So
yes, I actually pulled up. This is a recent article to today, hours ago, and it's from Yahoo.com. You can call me out on it if you want. But this headline is actually very important. Britney Spears reportedly called 911 to claim conservatorship abuse before her court testimony. A new report from the New Yorker alleges that Britney Spears called 911 to report herself a victim of conservatorship abuse just 1 day before her explosive court hearing on June 23rd. According to the article, which was written by Ronan Farrow and Gia Tolentino and details Spears' 13 years under a conservatorship, the 911 call led to Spears' team texting one another frantically as they were worried about what Spears might say should she go rogue in the hearing the following day.
she basically said, "Hey, 911, fucking help me. I am being abused the day before she took the stand.
The
day
fact
before
that
she made her testimony.
see, I'll be the first to admit that Britney Spears has not been well. We have all been witnesses to the serious freakouts she has experienced. But the fact that she's being treated like a fucking mental patient with no autonomy of her own means that the only thing this does is increase the chances that she's gonna go rogue eventually and do something crazy.
Best but fucking leave that. I will
Like
tell you
this
right
is,
now, man.
dude, this is gonna end in a suicide or a murder.
Or like, yeah, no, I hope not. Jesus.
I really hope not, but let's be honest. This is the famous and the rich. We know that they only operate on extremes. And I fear that
Not
if they keep
wrong.
calling her crazy, one of these days she's just going to snap and prove them right. I'm
Okay.
just saying that when the time comes and we find the remains of her father strung up on a fucking power line on a highway, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I expected that to happen.
This article continues here. On June 23rd, Spears' court testimony revealed the full extent of her anger with the conservatorship. Ma'am, my dad, and anyone involved in this conservatorship and my management who played a huge role in punishing me when I said no, ma'am, they should be put in jail. It's a quote from Spears herself.
That was from the hearing. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was from the hearing.
Enough
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
article.
But the
Enough of
point is,
the point is she's not allowed to be a fucking human being, and I'm pissed.
Yeah, let me put it this way. Some conservative, whatever the fuck it is,
Conservatorship.
prevents her from using her money freely. But eventually she's going to get her hands in some of her money. What is stopping her from running off to some backwards alley doctor and just going, remove this shit from here?
okay, now, yeah,
Worse,
we're not.
She's going to go to fucking Tijuana Flats somewhere.
Here's
and just,
my question, and we're not legal experts, none of us. We've never been to law
we don't hate
school.
people that much.
Yeah, but
Um,
doesn't Britney Spears still have options? Can't she still like get
Nope.
an appeal?
In the eyes of
No,
the law, she is,
just did.
in the-
And they slapped it in her fucking face.
in the eyes of the law, she is but a child right now.
Even less than a child. You want to know what could actually happen? Apparently, Britney has been on vacation somewhere. I don't remember where. It's like Maui or something. She could just refuse to get back on the plane.
She good?
She could do that, and that's when they could start a whole bunch of hoopla. Like, no, I'm staying here.
Fuck you.
But-
What are you going to do?
Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna drag me kicking and screaming on the fucking
You
plane?
want that scandal on the news? I'm Britney fucking Spears, bitch.
She'll do it.
Yeah.
like-
She is Britney, bitch.
It takes very little for the famous to make a scandal, and she can and will do it. In fact, if she wanted to, she could purposely just ruin her image completely.
She
let's
will
be
like,
honest,
I don't give a damn.
She attempted to do so before under less than optimal circumstances.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. The legend claims that the night back in 2008 where she buzzed her hair off was an attempt for her to try to keep her father from being able to claim conservatorship, but that got flipped on its head, and it wound up being exactly what he needed in order to gain control of her.
See, this is the bad
Yeah.
part.
Like,
You
she
keep
tried.
pushing somebody who is that unstable down that path. I can't believe I reached the point where Lindsay Lohan somehow remained a stable celebrity. Think about that for a second. By comparison.
There's a reason why Lindsay Lohan doesn't live in the United States right now.
Exactly.
yeah.
She's living over in Dubai in the UAE.
Maybe she was
The
the one.
UAE is what I
Maybe
mean.
she made the smart decision. By comparison, I mean, look what's happening to this one. Fuck, man.
True. Like
I can't deal with this shit.
I'm just over here. I'm pissed, and I am beyond tired of this shit. Like, this is wrong. This is just fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And I hate it. But of course, we want to know what you think. Let us know in the comments below. Tell us what you think about this situation with Britney. Obviously, we're still pissed off, and obviously, we're gonna try and keep our eyes on the ground while Jose's reading comments.
If
from
we
something
get
that has
any
nothing
new
to do with
No,
anything.
notifications.
this
This has
Ron,
more to do
this
with-
has to do with it because I remember
Okay.
one of my friends. I'm not going to publicly name her, but name this person, but she is an expert in the legal field, and I'm trying to look for the comments here because she did mention
Okay,
that
so-
there is a way that Britney can actually,
break out of it. What is
yes.
it?
Well,
I'm
first she needs to
trying
get a
look. Don't pressure me.
first she
Okay,
needs
I'm
to
not
get a
like-
lawyer that isn't under her father's pocket and thumb. That's like step number one.
Yeah, that's a fucking hurdle in and of itself. She's got to fucking she's got to find someone who's willing to front the cash for it. Someone with with hard cash money that's
That
not
ain't gonna be the
tied up
problem.
to anyone's bank account under her name. That is what's really fucked up about it. Like, okay, let me break it to you this way. This is very similar to like the situation that happened with Katie Holmes trying to leave and successfully leaving Tom Cruise and Scientology a few years
Yeah.
back. What Katie Holmes did is that it's like Scientology has like a fucking like death grip over Tom Cruise and his life and his career. and
Fucking
everything.
religion, I
So,
swear to God.
Long
Okay,
story,
yeah.
long story short, let me finish this and you'll get to your thing. Katie Holmes had to work with like a personal friend of hers who wasn't related to the troop of Scientologists that was working with him.
Okay.
And that friend bought a prepaid phone with cash and set it up for her and handed it to her. So like, okay, this is your phone for you to start being able to make the calls to a lawyer, to a divorce person, to
Somebody
whoever you
could do
need
the same
to.
for this one.
Here are the contacts already set up. You're gonna go ahead and take a weekend with your daughter, la la la. And with that set up was what Katie Holmes needed to be able to break away from Scientology,
Then
break away from
maybe.
Tom Cruise, be able to keep the majority of the custody of their daughter. Like, and that's what it took because they have such a stranglehold. This is very similar.
Sorry, I
Britney
fucked
needs an
up. I meant
ally.
to say Paris Hilton. My bad.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan, they're both kind of fucked in the brain.
Okay,
Yes.
she didn't.
Wow, go figure.
Okay, this person didn't elaborate much, but they obviously know more about this stuff than we do. Apparently, in terms of Britney, Britney can and like she likely can. It's a 50-50 chance that she can appeal the court's decision.
Well, now.
Okay, I could have
Like
told
I
you
said,
that.
yeah, I know. Like I said, she didn't elaborate it then. No, you told me she couldn't.
It's a spark of possibility, but ultimately it looks like she's basically going to have to rely on some shady network shit to get out under the thumb of her family. Because otherwise, if this continues, either somebody's going to die. I'm just going to say it right now.
You said that last week.
I'm
yes.
going to go. One, normally, I don't jump into this bandwagon, but I'm going to go straight for the worst case scenario. And I believe wholeheartedly this is going to end in someone fucking dying.
I really hope it does.
I hope I get proven wrong. I love it when somebody proves me wrong, but we all know what's my record of being proven wrong when this shit happens, doesn't it?
True.
Yeah, but you know what?
Let's
go. Yeah.
real quick, let's get into the comments here. Billy blowing up our chat. On the topic of Florida, the reason why I have it in my travel list one day is because the inspiration of one of my favorite games, GTA Vice City. I love the 80s vibe, and I'm a sucker for the 80s and retro wave, which is inspired by all things 80. And like I said before, the situation is fucked. You're right about that. Cool.
It
We
is.
hope to see you here as soon as you're able to fly to Florida. That would be very nice.
I hope you enjoy yourself and stay away from the big green scaly cats. They don't like strangers very
No,
much.
they don't.
No,
they
they
like
don't.
pissing.
Or rather, they like you a little too much.
But let's go ahead and jump right back. I know it's going to be hard, but let's go ahead and try to jump right back into the fun things,
Yay, fun.
like Marvel.
Marvel is fun anymore?
Marvel is always fun. Marvel,
You sure about that?
Marvel superheroes. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the actual show because, let's be honest, the company is staffed by retards right now.
Well, you're not wrong.
What show? What do you mean?
What you said, Marvel show?
Oh, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the comics
Okay,
industry in
okay,
general,
you meant to
which
say the comics.
seems to be doing everything in its power to kill itself.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay,
But-
but thankfully there's good shit going on over here
Yeah.
in the terms of Marvel, and people are trying to call it a leak, but it's not necessarily really a leak
Oh.
if the Marvel themselves are the one putting it out.
Oh.
They can't call it a leak if we call it an official release first.
Oh.
Modern products
Earlier this-
require Marvel solutions.
Earlier this week, Marvel Studios has put out promotional images of new action figures and Funko Pops and toys and Lego sets to hype up and promote the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's right.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
few
boy.
chapters ago, we finally came up. They finally gave us a title, which I'm pretty sure we predicted that title, didn't we?
No,
Because I'm pretty sure someone did.
No,
No
no,
one-
we didn't predict the title. We no,
Really?
no, we didn't.
no,
Well.
none of us did.
So yeah,
As
the
a matter of
figures
fact-
look pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, no, it looks hysterical. I like it, and it's weird. And
Should
also,
we show them a photo because we don't know if Marvel's gonna pull it down?
I
or
don't
not.
have the image.
Anyway, point in case, if you guys ever play the Spider-Man PS4 video game, the shiny, modern, metallic-looking suit that Peter gets, which was inspired by the movie, ironically enough, is the one that this Peter is getting. It seems to go with the classic red and blue with some white accents and a bit of a... I'm not going to call them suspenders, but it has basically gold lines connecting to the symbol
They
going
just
down
look
to the
like
waist.
suspenders, yeah.
Looks kind of futuristic-esque. I won't lie. The original still looks better to me, but I don't mind this one. This one's kind of cool. Kinda
Nice.
looks like a shout out to
It's
the
a nice spin.
Looks like a bit of a shout out to the Crimson Spider. Let's see how that one turns out.
Yeah, no, like I see what you're going for there. I believe that one is called the integrated suit.
Yeah.
Is what they're calling it.
It
And
integrates the dollars that people have spent on this movie.
Actually, no. The new one of the new suits on there, which is called the integrated suit, it's got magic on it. You see like a little emblem on the front, and you see Spidey trying to do one of Doctor Strange's thingies on it with a magic emblem crest or whatever on there.
There was an episode of Ultimate Spider-Man where he got to use Stranger's powers for like one episode. It was the most
Ah.
stressful time of his life. But how does this work exactly? First off, Peter is kind of still broke.
Yeah.
His main sugar daddy kind
Tony
of
Stark, he's like left him.
passed away, so he's
Dead.
on his own right now. So now what I want to know is where does he get this suit from, and why is he doing fucking spell casting right now?
We don't know, but we do know that
How-
Doctor Strange plays an important part of the movie.
So by default, we know this movie will most likely connect to the multi-universe of mad fuckery.
oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's
But
gonna
that
be
being
good.
said,
Also, there's the black and gold suit.
Yeah.
which is weird.
That being said, can I just ask for one thing?
What?
Don't change the suits of the other Spider-Men.
Mm,
Keep their classic look.
Like keep like.
I
so-
want Tobey Maguire to be dressed in basketball skin again.
Yes, exactly. And we got what's his face, Andrew Garfield showing up.
Oh,
in
and you
the-
want Andrew Garfield to wear basketball Nike Spider
No,
shoes?
Yes.
we clearly want Andrew Garfield to show up in the lycra fucking spandex suit with the eyeballs being a little bulbous looking.
Yeah.
You notice that in
They're way too big.
In Amazing Spider-Man 2, the eyepieces were a little more bulbous. I guess it's meant to like
Yeah.
invoke one of the comics versions on it, and also it makes his neck look super skinny.
Yeah.
Super fucking skinny. His chin's out
The
here.
eyes on the Spider mask are like the ears on Batman's cowl. They are all over the fucking place.
in terms
the-
of
the
height
history.
and size.
Sometimes they're so long. I'm like, Batman, how are you not scraping the ceiling with that
Which
thing?
is funny because if you're like fun fact,
Answer me.
fun fact in the original Tim Burton Batman 89 or whatever, he had to have two separate cowls on there. One for like Batman, what's his face, Michael Keaton looking Batman-y. The other for driving the Batmobile because they
Because
learned
you can't bump it into the ceiling.
No, they learned the first time when they had him jump in and the canopy of the Batmobile closed.
Oh.
The ears
Yeah.
got caught, and you had a whole like almost 2 inches of the ears being like left
Flattened back.
flat
My
back by the
goodness.
fucking thing. So
To
they
the
had to have
Batmobile.
him,
Foink.
like, so can we just like the studio was literally looking at Tim Burton like, so can you just redesign the Batmobile? Fuck you! You have any idea how much that thing is cost?
Nah, redesign
No!
this. Redesign the mask.
No, redesign the mask, easy.
All right,
It's-
but
like
question here. Now, they're like we can't call it a leak. We already said it's not a leak if it was already intentional.
It's
by
an
Marvel.
official release at this
So
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the merchandise, the Funko Pops, all that stuff, it's already being sold right now as we speak.
no, they're promoting it to be sold. That it's coming out.
How
soon.
quickly do you think those will sell out?
Considering how the culture
that.
grows around collecting figurines, I'm gonna go say they're gonna hit the shelves and then they're gonna hit the air.
Yep, just
Bro.
gone.
Oh yeah.
Scalper's delight. All right.
Oh
Thinking
man.
No,
nothing
but you
more
know what
than
I'm
my
waiting for, though?
appetite.
What?
I'm waiting for the limited edition Square Enix sponsor Spider-Man figurine made by You seen the ones he did of Batman and the Joker? I
Yes.
showed them to you. The one that looked like a sick ass Kamen Rider villain. Yeah, I want them to make one of those that costs like $300.
God, it's like the code, like the what is the face? The
Those
Koda-
those
like,
things
what-
look great,
what am I
but they're expensive as hell.
what's it called? The Kodabayashi or whatever? The Kodabushi or whatever? Like that fucking modeling version of like Look at Freddy Krueger, but it's a hot Bishi girl that Jessica Nigri dresses up as now.
What?
What?
Okay, no, okay. This guy, this fucking dude, he made this figurine of Freddy Krueger,
Okay.
but gender bent and super sexy, and Jessica Nigri's done
Frenda
this.
Kruger.
You lost us here, Juan.
What the fuck do you mean I lost you? Hang on.
I mean, I know Jessica Nigri does cosplay, but I wasn't aware she did Freddy.
Oh,
Yo-
she did. She did.
Oh, hang
cool,
on.
Cool.
But I think
I
Juan's
think I
talking
have to
about
find-
something else.
No,
Doing
no.
now live research here in front of you.
Yep. Research, Jackie.
But yeah, I'm
Are
waiting.
you talking
for
about something else or?
Well, you brought up the collectible figurines over here of Death and
'cause
Destiny.
let's be honest.
and that
Funko
was one of the
Pops are
first
cheap
things
to
I came up with.
produce. Funko Pops are cheap to make, so they go quickly. But the really good shit, you get it from Japan as usual, and they are the very extremely detailed, not really that articulated, fucking expensive figurines that you put on your goddamn mantelpiece.
This is what I mean. Okay, she did this.
That's not Freddy. That's just Jessica Nigri on
That's
it, like,
just Jessica-
on Tuesday.
like okay.
Come on, woman, put some gore on your glove. Fucking surprise me.
Well, she hand built the glove herself. She leathered
That's
out
a
the
little
thing.
better, but I need some gore.
Freddy.
Freddy's filthy, dude. She needs to be filthy too.
Wow, Angel. Not
well,
everybody
she-
could do
well,
that.
Bro,
She's-
all I ask is for
Well,
authenticity.
she's filthy in other rounds, but
All I ask is for
No, like-
authenticity in my cosplay. That's a lot better.
well, that's still her, and there's her with Jason.
Yeah, but now
Voorhees,
that
Saki Jason.
there's more content.
Okay, so
You don't understand. There's more content.
All right, just don't
Okay.
knock on the voice actress of Cinder of all people.
that's the only reason why you care about Nigri. We all understand that, but that's
And
not
you
really-
care about her because she's got boobies.
Actually, no. I only brought her up because Angel was bringing up super rare figurines, it reminded me of the weird super rare figurine that Jessica Negri based this on.
No, you just reminded me of another figurine that they made of the female version of the clown from It.
Oh God,
made by
what's
the
his face?
same,
Pennyworth.
Pennywise.
Wise, that's the one.
They did one of those, but sorry. Going back to the important thing, Spider-Man. Oh shit, multi-universe of fuckery, which is going to happen.
The
But
merchandise
do
is
we
gonna
know
sell out the moment
anything
it
about the
hits.
plot besides the fact that oh shit, there's Spider-Man and Spider-Man and
We
Spider-Man?
don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and find out. But that being said, folks, are you gonna be buying the sweet leaked merch of Spider-Man coming out soon?
Or will you simply see the movie and nothing else?
Or will you simply see the movie and nothing else? Let us know in the comments.
You guys know what needs to happen in that movie, right?
Let us know in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts on these images. Obviously, it's got people tumbling and rambling and tweeting and touting and gushing over, oh yay, magical Spidey, and oh yay, black suit Spidey, and oh yay, metal Spidey. Like, actually, one of my favorites was the hard metal, like the silver and black Spider-Man.
Oh, that was cool.
That one was so cool.
That was really.
It was also the
cool.
one that started our obsession with bro. Black goes with everything.
See, this is what I mean. Like,
That's pretty cool.
Okay,
That's what
now I see it.
Needs
That
more
looks
blood, though.
awesome.
like, obviously, this ain't like it reminded me of that, but like that's not the point. The
I get
point
it.
is, obviously, folks are speculating, and people are trying to call this like, oh, it's an industry leak. That's not a fucking industry leak.
It's a purpose. It's a preview. It's just a preview. That's what we called it back in the day,
I
right?
want to touch on one subject real quick, and I want to touch on it because it's something that pisses me off. Non-controversies.
to touch things again.
And, like
All right, go on.
non-controversies that people try to gin up, that people try to hype up over stupid shit.
So just the media in general?
Yes, actually. And I'm going to call people out on this one because that's one of my best talents is calling people out on getting hyped up. over
Fire
stupid shit.
away.
One wants a fight.
Since we're talking about releases of action figures and Lego sets and fun stuff from fun franchises that we like,
Yes.
people have been pissing their pants in the last week or so when Disney set up a release of like Lego Star Wars sets.
What's wrong with Star Wars? That's
Hang
cool.
on, let one.
I'll tell you. It's people getting pissed off over the fact that in the box sets for these, they specifically have called out Boba Fett's legendary ship
that
Slave
shit.
1 not being named Slave 1 on the Lego box set.
Yeah.
Just being
Oh
saved-
my God.
Just being named Boba Fett's Starship.
Why didn't they just call it Slave 1, though? That feels like a waste of ink to just make it longer for no reason.
That's just two things. Number one,
Okay.
they're doing this for generalization because they've done this with every one of the ships that are in the Lego sets, and the reason for this is simplifying it is two because they're trying to get it for children to be able to see like that's the ship of Boba Fett. Yay, I want this one. Oh, that's General Grievous' ship. Like they're not gonna call it like the Scimitar.
But that sounds fucking cool, though.
Well, that's the
That
name of
does
one of these
sound
guys'
cool,
names.
but, like-
They call Luke Skywalker's X-wing fighter
what was the original name of that one?
Red 5.
That is way fucking cooler than that.
But kids aren't gonna like know all the lore of it and everything.
Okay.
So, but folks have been screaming to high heaven. No, Disney's ruining again.
To be fair,
no, Disney's ruining. You're ruined, and Captain Kennedy's ruined, and the fandom is ruined, and the trend is trying, and the implement it again. No. You
to
know
be
what
fair,
it is?
though, Disney has done a pretty good job in destroying many things.
But this isn't that, brother. This is not
Unless,
what's happening here.
unless they change it somewhere else. If they,
They
keep it,
haven't.
if
You
they
know
only keep
why?
it for the toys, deal. But if I see that the Slave One is not called Slave One anywhere else, we're gonna have a problem.
That's the kicker. None of these fucking quote unquote journalists or YouTube article guys who say that they fight they speak for the people like we do. They don't do their fucking homework. All you got to do is go literally to Disney's Star Wars databank website.
It still says Slave One
It
and Red
still
5 and the
says
Scimitar.
Slave
Slave
fucking
One.
one on the thing. It
Wow.
still says Luke Skywalker's X-wing is Red 5. Luke Skywalker's X-wing, Incom T-65 X-wing Starfighter.
Honestly,
All
this is
that
mostly
still
sees
there.
insulting to the children because it means the company doesn't think they're smart enough to know what the ship is called.
It's more a matter of like just simplify the advertising for kids to be able to identify if they want it or not. like they'll say like Poe Dameron's X-wing fighter. It's
You
like
have a look
Black
of
Leader
disagreement.
or whatever.
I have mostly just doubt because it just feels like the company is treating its customers like retards again.
This is more a matter of like we
There
can
was some
argue
PR
that.
asshole with a suit going, you know what, the name Slave One is too complicated. Just dumb it down to that guy's ship for the kids. Sir, the kids know how to read. Not in my world,
Yeah,
they
but
don't.
like not like 9 times out of 10, the children who watch and enjoy Star Wars
Actually,
aren't
most kids won't even look at the
Okay.
name. They just look at what the ship looks
can,
like.
Can
and
I
then
fill you in
let
on
one-
something?
let one
Let me
fill
fill
you
you
on
in on something.
Fire away.
Fire away on this. Check this out. Think back to every Star Wars movie and every Star Wars like TV show that is in appearance. Let's not worry about the books
Okay.
because that's not one of the
Let's
big
worry
growth
about the
markets,
original stuff.
like the original stuff. Where does any of them actually mention that Boba Fett's ship is named Slave One?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
In fact, I'm pretty sure Boba himself doesn't even name his ship at no
It was
point.
named
during
by
the
Jango
intent.
Fett. No, and it wasn't named at all.
Yeah, no,
It
that was
wasn't named
named
at
for
all, no.
lore purposes, and it became popular because, well, let's be honest, Slave One is a pretty sick name.
Exactly.
But yeah, honestly, I understand why they're doing it, but it still feels like, bro, stop looking at your audience like they're retards.
It's more like here's
Yeah,
the thing.
but that's still not something for
That's-
fans to shut them.
No,
shut
not
them.
even fans. It's not like it's
There are
idiot
many
fans
reasons to
and
hate
idiot
Disney.
Idiot
YouTubers.
fans. Yeah, idiot
Like-
fans. Yeah.
like,
There are many reasons to
I'm
hate
s-
Disney and their bullshit. This is not really one
this
of
is
them.
not really one of them, and I'm
Thank you.
calling
That's
out
what I was
Clown-
trying to say.
And I'm calling out Clownfish TV because just like with the fucking Marvel comic stuff, they took this article, this one little thing, and they're milking that for content and views, and they are doing this specifically because they know that you can get a lot of angry Star Wars nerds to jump in and hate like this video. Like hate the Disney machine on this and like the video. Like yeah, we're totally agreed. They're destroying the fandom. They're destroying
Okay, so hang on a
Let me
minute.
fucking rant for a few minutes.
There will
I'm
be no
almost
more
done.
than
I
this.
promise I'm almost done. Because I said I was cutting a promo. I'm cutting a promo. You're not letting me cut the promo. Shut the fuck up for a minute.
Okay, just remember, Disney's not gonna fuck you for this one either.
I don't give a shit if
Fair
this
warning.
is fucking me or not.
Let's let
you want to
one
know what I
have
give a
this
shit
one.
about? I give a shit about us actually having done our research and actually doing our homework and presenting this stuff with a matter of actual context. Like we mentioned over here, Angel even says it. If they changed it in their official lore, their official canon, that's when it becomes
That's
a problem.
pretty fucked up right there.
But they haven't. They don't. They did this for their Lego lineup. It was very specific.
Because
purpose.
children are retarded.
Because children don't owe the lore. Not every child was grown up and indoctrinated with reading the lore and knowing the legends of all this stuff, of all the Star Wars vehicles and the ships and the names and all this stuff. They only know what's on the shows and in the movies. They're not going to know that Slave One is called Slave One unless they specifically say in one of the ships, in one of the shows, oh shit, that's Boba Fett's ship, Slave One. We need to chase it or some shit. They're not going to know the shit. And the fact that we've got idiot assholes on Twitter and on YouTube, and yes, I'm still saying it, Clownfish TV, you guys are really disappointing me on this. That they're milking this shit without actually presenting, oh, by the way, they're changing it only for this Lego set. The lore on it's still up. It's still named Slave One. That stuff still matters. It's still out there. This is just for marketing.
According to some comments, Mark Anthony Austin, one of the several actors who played the bounty hunter, said, "My ship
Ship
will
is
forever
forever
be
be
Slave
Slave
One.
One." I saw that
Nothing,
too.
not even Disney will change that. This is the way." So,
What? Dude, chill.
the
This
change
ain't
is
it,
only
brother.
the change is only for the toy and only for the toy, supposedly.
Only for the Lego
Only
set
for
and
the-
only this
All
All
for
right
the
then,
Lego set.
but you'll forgive me if I keep an eye on this one because on one hand, I agree 100% with what you're telling me. On the other hand, I don't trust Disney.
No, I know.
I can't trust Disney. Not
They've
after
been
all
known
this.
to fuck up on things before, but the fact is, if you're gonna present this sort of story, present it with context, motherfucker. Create context.
Here, yes,
We're
here
here
at the
to
Ravens Flock,
create
as Juan mentioned,
context.
we pride ourselves on doing the best in our due diligence when we present a story, when we talk about stuff, whether it's on the Black Files, whether it's on the Ravens Flock, hell, whether it's on Wrestle Rewind. I try to do my best to be as
Yes.
detailed as possible.
It is
with
far
my
too
reviews.
easy.
But you cannot take the easy route, and it sounds like exactly what Clownfish did. They took the easy route just to get hits and likes.
That's
It
what
is
they
far
do,
too
but
easy
you know what?
for
Props
the
to
big
them.
media
Whatever.
to go insane with grabbing one side of the story and not showing all the details. Ultimately, Disney itself has made it very easy to jump to the worst possible conclusion with their business decisions in the last few years, let's be honest. It's hard to trust them when they keep fucking up again and again. But lowering this down to the rounds of common sense, let us not jump into the panic of screaming that everything is ruined forever, because Disney has a long time to ruin forever too. Regardless, as my friend Juan has so eloquently expressed himself, guys, it's just a toy.
You don't have to unplug your mic like that. You
No,
really
it's
don't.
cool. That was a great promo. I fucking loved it. Did you see his power level? It was great.
It was great.
His tips were turning yellow there for a second. That was fucking wonderful.
Hook it back on. So, folks, yes, what are your thoughts about this? Do you actually agree with
Would you also change the name, or would you just leave it at Slave One? Let us know what you would do if you were in charge of the toy division.
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
All right.
What I would do, real quick, very simple. Boba Fett's ship. Parentheses, Slave One.
No, you can't do that. Too much ink. We're saving money.
Close parentheses.
There,
Done.
that's better.
That's better.
No, like parentheses, Slave One, close parentheses.
Or you
There.
could put Slave One on top and like Boba Fett's ship on the
Same
bottom.
thing. Same thing.
Because let's be honest, the kids don't look at the names. They look at what they see. They look at the ship inside the package and just go, this one.
Yeah.
You might as well just call it this ship or that ship.
Yeah.
Or this ship for that one episode.
Like,
You know the one.
Like,
Stupid.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Like the one that obviously ain't nobody fucking taking or changing the name on is
Death
the
Star.
Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I was
No,
'Cause
definitely.
you
That is too iconic.
No, dude. No, more importantly, that's one of those ships that gets its name dropped repeat. In fact, I can promise you.
First thing in A New Hope, I'm Han Solo. I'm Captain of the Millennium
Falcon.
There you go. And you drop it over and over again, and people will stick with it. In fact, I can promise you that if Boba Fett had said Slave One as many times as they said Millennium Falcon, the name change would have never
Never
occurred.
happened.
All right.
If
You're
you
right.
stick it in people's memories, they will never let it go.
All right,
right.
folks, we do need to go ahead and move on.
Let me get
Are
the
you
comment-
sure? I want to hear him scream some more. It's funny.
No. I think we've screamed enough. Plus, if anything happens to him, will he be held responsible?
I do need to get in the comments real quick. Billy saying I have zero interest in anything comics related. The only thing that is remotely similar to that is me playing the Batman Arkham games. I also lost interest in watching
Hey.
films and TV shows for some reason. Generally speaking, the only thing I watch is videos / streams on YouTube / Twitch. Case in point, this one thumbs up emoji.
Well, thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Hey.
To be fair, though, what Billy's doing here is reflecting an actual problem that we have with pop culture nowadays. Because nothing seems to end and everything is just dragging, no matter how good it is. After a while, you start going, give me a conclusion. Fuck.
That varies from person to person. It really depends on us, the audience.
Yes, but here's the thing, though. Be honest with me. Right now, we're on Marvel Season 4 or Phase 4.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think they're going to stop after Phase 4?
No.
And that's the problem.
Just like the comics, Marvel Studios isn't going to stop.
And just like the comics, personally, this is just me. I know you guys may disagree with me on this one, but I feel like the longer it goes, the more at risk it is of decaying.
See,
Because
that's-
you keep building up and you reach a big climax, and then you have to keep working to uphold that climax or make it better and bigger. And eventually, you're just gonna go, bro.
Well, I wouldn't
I
say
am
better, but
I am sick and tired of these like award-winning actors delivering snappy one-liners and fighting CG monsters. I need a break, which is what I feel that I've been experiencing lately. I'm enjoying Loki, by the way, and I really enjoy Captain Falcon and the Nerf Soldier, and I'm really looking forward to Shang-Chi of the Rings, but I don't know if I care about what comes next. You know.
I know what you mean.
I know what you-
I don't hate them. I like them. I have my criticisms. I like them, but it just keeps going and going and going. And we've been doing this for 12 goddamn years, bro.
I think that's why this as morbid and weird as it sounds that the break we all got with the pandemic last year might have been a help
Yeah.
because we're getting Black Widow next week.
yeah.
See, that's another one I'm looking forward to seeing.
We're getting Shang-Chi later this year. We're getting the Eternals. I don't know anything about them. Later
Are those
this
the
year.
ones that are connected to the X-Men?
No, those are the ones that are like progenitors to everything, and they're super space, and they're super powered, and they're
Yeah.
super gay. And
Oh,
they're super
yeah,
space.
those
And the
guys.
Super Celestial, whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
Let's see how they actually make that on the screen.
And then we also have Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yes.
I mean,
No Way Home.
Ah!
And
Spider-Man needs to
December.
pay for his rent, for his home.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has home, foreclosure.
Closure. God damn it.
Spider-Man needs a home, mortgage.
But
The poor kid.
you know, it's actually very funny that you mentioned.
Spider-Man, homeless.
Damn it!
Angel, shut up, bro. I'm trying to get into a segue here.
Sorry,
because
go ahead,
I
go
know
ahead.
Juan mentioned something on Star Wars, and you know what's the oldest saying, guys? History repeats itself. Do you
What?
guys remember last year when one of the actresses from Star Wars: The Mandalorian, Gina Carano, got shut down and she was booted off the cast?
Yeah,
for,
she had the bad opinions and people didn't like that.
Well,
Okay.
specifically bad opinions.
Well,
on-
she had political opinions and stuff, and like she was trying to like speak up for them. And you can have that debate, and you can have that discussion on whether or not she's right or wrong, or whether her opinions were merited, or whether she had any sort of basis on it. You can debate that all the live long day.
However,
The problem is here. Now we've got a different situation with another actress on The Mandalorian, and that would be what's her fucking real name? Mercedes Medrano,
hang on, calm down. I'm finding it.
better known as the WWE
Mercedes Varnado, better known as WWE superstar
Sasha Banks.
But it appears that Miss Sasha
Yes.
Banks came down with some very controversial opinions about the vaccination. Specifically, she's anti-vaxxer. Now, whether you agree or disagree with her is none of our damn business. We already made our opinions quite clear on this matter.
Get your shot, get your mask, stay fucking safe.
Exactly. Now, she clearly didn't agree with that. And while I may disagree with her opinions, I respect that she has the right to air them. Unfortunately, and I can't believe I'm saying this, some people out there don't want to listen to reason. Can you guys believe that social media is filled with crazy motherfuckers? No way.
Angel, we are
Hi.
crazy motherfuckers.
We're crazy motherfuckers.
You are
This
too.
is in social media.
Motherfucker, you're on social media and you're a crazy motherfucker.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. You're on the
Why
Twitter.
do you sit here spewing lies on your throne of
Angel's in
falsehoods?
denial.
Motherfucker, do I have to pull up your Twitter feed? Like, what? Didn't you have
No,
Didn't
let's
you have
not.
one of your first Twitter accounts that you had pulled down because
How
you
many
literally
Twitter
told
accounts
someone-
have you had pulled down?
I actually only had two. This one is a lie, and the other one is there because
Like-
some motherfucker called
like-
Giguk told the world that you shouldn't
You should
eat
eat
pizza
pizza.
crust, and I told him to go fuck
Go
himself.
fuck himself.
And
Like-
to the day I die,
The
I
guy,
will
the
stay
guy
with
said,
that.
the guy said like that. I'm gonna die on this hill. You shouldn't eat pizza crust. Your words basically were,
You will die wrong.
wrong.
And apparently, Twitter thought that those were the bad words to say, and I got Gina Carano of that one.
Actually,
Oh
no.
my God.
No, you got suspended and actually a thing. Gina Carano's still allowed on fucking Twitter.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Well, that
and
is
so
bullshit.
Sasha, and so is Sasha Banks.
All right, let me get into this article.
Okay,
here.
so what are the raving, unwashed masses screaming about this time?
For the record, obviously we disagree with what Sasha Banks is saying.
Oh
But
yes,
I don't
We
know what
believe
her
you
ex-
should get your vaccination and shut the fuck up about it,
like.
please.
I don't know what her experience is regarding this whole goddamn virus. Maybe she's been super fucking lucky and never
Maybe.
once caught it. I don't
Maybe.
know. But
The
that
virus, the virus seems to oscillate in infectious positivity depending on what the public opinion of it is.
But the fact of the matter is, just because it doesn't happen to you directly
Doesn't mean it won't happen to anyone else.
doesn't mean that it's not real.
Doesn't mean it won't happen to them either. Regardless.
Motherfucker, I can tell you that the virus was real, and I can tell you that with 100%
All right,
certainty because
here's-
it tried to kill me.
All right,
It tried
guys.
to kill him.
Guys, I found the spark that has caused Sasha Banks to go under fire.
Come
She
on.
was
Fire
outed
away.
for liking a particular Instagram post that is 100% that screams anti-vaxxer. 100%. I'm not going to name the Instagram post.
So
the
she
person.
didn't comment on it. She just
just
liked
liked
it, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
it's
mean,
basi-
obviously that means that she condones it,
what?
but what?
yeah. Like this is what the article says. Sasha Banks is coming under fire for liking a particular Instagram post that feels like it could incite drama reminiscent of the Gina Carano situation.
Are you fucking
She liked a
kidding me?
post by Annis Insights, which is here, that shared a number of opinions about not receiving the COVID-19 vaccination.
So wait. She didn't even state an opinion. She liked someone else's opinion, and that's enough for motherfuckers to be up in arms demanding she gets fired.
Okay, that's a little stupid.
No,
Like,
that's a lot stupid. That
like,
is
I-
massive
okay,
quantities of it.
If she's going on out of her way, and she's actually going out of her way
To
on
talk-
her own platform and saying, "Hi, I'm Sasha Banks. I'm in the Mandalorian. I'm a WWE wrestler, and I don't think you should get a fucking vaccine."
That's
over
not an
the
opinion at that
coronavirus."
point. That's a promotion.
That would literally be
That would be a problem. Like even the
fucking problem.
Okay, if you go on your social media platform and you go, bro, I ain't getting this vaccine and I don't like it. You know what? Fine. I disagree with you, but it is your right as a human being and as an American citizen of this country to express your opinion, even if it's wrong. Liking someone else's opinion, I don't give a shit. But that's all it takes now.
I
To
guess
rile
that's-
up the mob?
Yes, that's exactly what it takes. All
Are
she
you
did was
fucking
just,
kidding
all she
me?
did was like the post. We don't know why she
See-
liked the post. We're not going to guess why she liked the post.
That's like-
and then that's when she came under fire. And since then, a lot of fans, including her diehard wrestling fans, have come to, in support and to back her up, including some WWE superstars on the roster.
Listen, you don't have to respect someone's opinion, but you should respect someone's freedom to their opinion, even if you don't like it. And trying to make somebody lose their job over that is completely fucking asinine.
And that's
Okay,
just it. Sasha Banks hasn't openly given any opinions about vaccinations. And honestly, I think it's probably for the best because I don't think that celebrities should. I don't know. This is just my
They shouldn't be giving political opinions. They should just shut up and dribble.
No,
Is that
that's
it?
not
You
what
And
I'm.
cannot-
don't fucking do that. Everyone's allowed to have a fucking
Yeah,
opinion.
either everyone
The problem
does it or
is
no one
how-
can do it, bro.
Exactly. Like what you've got to do is you got to be smart about how you express that opinion. Clearly, like Sasha Banks hasn't actually gone and fucking said, "Hey, I don't think we should get a fucking
She
vaccine."
literally just hit like, bro.
Yeah,
But
that's all she
obviously,
did.
that infers that she agrees with that opinion.
Yes.
That's an inference on that, but but she could easily unlike that shit.
Yeah, she could literally go, oh no, I clicked on that by mistake or some shit.
The problem with that is that the fact that she hasn't made a statement since this has been discovered, that all that does is leave a vacuum of ambiguity that people are filling in with their own take.
You know what? I
The-
hope she doesn't say anything.
So that way people stay pissed off and
Let them.
mad forever
Bro,
for no reason.
Here's the beautiful part though.
What's the beautiful part?
How long does forever last in a social media platform?
It's a mayfly.
It may
it'll
stay there
burn
for a while.
It'll burn when the next big person gets.
And
an
when the
opinion.
next big person says something stupid, everyone will forget about this except the die-hard angry haters who will use this as going, oh, remember that time she did that? And everybody else will respond, yeah, that was like 10 years ago. You
But it
know,
was only last week. Yeah, but the internet's forever.
remember how everybody got really pissed at Chris Pratt and suddenly nobody remembers anymore?
And actually, people are still pissed at Chris Pratt. They're just being like pissy about it. Like,
They are,
"Yeah."
and they are being drowned out by time itself. So the smartest thing you can do sometimes is just go, well, that happened. Moving on.
That's that's exactly what I was trying to say, and I couldn't find the right words, Juan. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't say anything, but yes, you're right. They need to be smart about it, or just to not risk getting into the giant ass black hole abyss of
Noise.
of people screaming and unwanted backlash.
They should take a page from Henry Cavill.
I was trying to finish a thought. Let
Oh
me finish
shit!
my
Sorry about
thought,
that. My bad. Go
please.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I agree with what you're saying. They should be smart about it. Sometimes you got to be smart and articulate what you're going to say online. Otherwise, people will misunderstand. Or, it's really up to them. They could choose to say something or choose not to say anything. And that's just my opinion.
I believe she's trying to go with the route of it's better to be silent and be thought a fool than opening your mouth and removing all doubt.
Exactly, because
Smart
what if the next day Sasha Banks says something that's completely in contrast to what everyone else is hounding her for?
Or of worse, if she accidentally fans the flames by saying something that makes them even angrier.
More along the lines of like Taiwan is not a country or something.
Hey,
If she says something stupid like
if
that,
she says that, even I'm going to
if
tell
she
her.
said- oh, she deserves all the hate if she says that.
Now, see, this brings us to the point, as we previously discussed. Either it applies to everybody or it applies to nobody. You can say whatever you want to, and people can criticize you or praise you for what you say, however they feel fitting. But nobody, and I do believe this wholeheartedly, nobody has the right to fuck with your employment over an opinion, even if it's a stupid fucking opinion.
that would be
No.
up to the employer.
That would be up
Exactly.
to the employer. Yeah.
No, honestly, not even the employer. They should only fire you when your performance is shit. You know when you need to get fired? When you deserve to be fired.
Well, hang on
That's
a minute. Yeah, that's true. On the one hand, I agree with you, but on the perspective of the employer, if they want to try to avoid any bad press or any bad PR, then they would need to make. A
Oh,
decision.
then that's on them to decide. But ultimately, I don't think that somebody who be fired just for going on Twitter and saying something stupid. Because by that logic, would any of us be allowed to have a job if that was the case?
If anyone who's ever employed my sorry behind ever seen my social media feed, which
Bro.
I protect vigilantly,
Bro.
you best believe I would not be able to find a job.
So, yeah.
Neither would you, because we know that you show your search history. Like,
Listen.
Angel. Oh God.
Hey,
On
it's
the-
called incognito for a reason.
That's not even it.
That's not what we were talking about.
Like,
We're talking
oh,
about
the
your
other-
Twitter
If
feed.
they were to find your Twitter
Oh,
feed,
no,
and my
it's
Twitter
great.
feed, us going back and forth, our asses would be done.
Dude, we wouldn't be fired. We would be set on fire in front of the building as an example to the other coworkers.
But there is
Exactly.
something, but there is something awesome that we can briefly touch on. A couple of months ago, we
Eh?
talked about how WWE superstar Zelina Vega was fired
Yeah.
for not complying with the third-party edict that the WWE laid out in regards to all their streaming content.
What's-
We're talking different
Twitch, TikTok.
all that stuff.
If
Is
you
that the
remember-
one? Is that the one where they say that you cannot use like the persona and the likeness they made
And
for
that
you?
the WWE would
Yep.
try to use those platforms
And
on behalf
monetize
of
the fuck out of
superstars
it.
and monetize it and try to manage how the superstars will be paid.
Give us money.
Yep, exactly. Like it's really messed up, especially because she started it under her real life name, Thea Trinidad, and she just went in, did gaming.
That is
did-
actually a very beautiful name.
I know, like, dude, you seen how she is? She's a fucking princess.
She
Yes.
is.
She's una muñeca,
She's
as
very
she's called. But like,
Point in case.
funny enough, you know, like this wild ride has taken an unexpected twist.
On last night's edition of Friday Night SmackDown,
For the record, yes, we're giving you more wrestling news for the Mark himself. You're welcome.
We push the best.
Ah!
We push the best for last. I guess you could call
No,
it a
we're-
sting.
this isn't the last. Guys, this isn't the last one because we still have your stuff to talk
Well,
about.
yeah, no,
but
but
I'll
my
try to
thing
make it
is
as
more like an after credits shit.
All right, keep going.
Last
Quickly.
night on Friday Night SmackDown, Zelina Vega made her televised return in a Money in the Bank qualifying match against Liv Morgan. Now, here's the fucked up part.
The hell?
3 words that fucks it up completely.
What?
Actually, 4. In a losing effort.
Ah.
She competed against Liv Morgan. She tried to roll up and do a dirty pin on her, but the ref caught that.
Dang.
Liv Morgan then rolled up her tights to get the win, and Zelina Vega is not qualified.
Ah. Man.
Okay.
God, that's
Okay.
She
that's
lost
like,
the match.
That's like
How do you
Koji,
do
that's
that,
like
though?
Kojima walking down the stairs to say I'm back, only to get tackled by Keanu Reeves.
Because
on
the
the
worse,
WWE
him
will-
slipping and tripping on the last stair.
Guys, you're missing the point. The WWE will find any way to try and punish their stars for going against the promotion.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. This is contract based. So essentially, to punish her for having the balls to use her fame to make money, they're trying to break her fame to make money.
But you know what's really messed up here? The really fun
Bastards.
part about all this?
What's that?
Do you have any idea the kind of contract and the kind of money they had to throw her way to bring her back to the WWE and to convince her on your very first match in front of a televised audience, you will not win that match? Do you know the kind of stupid money and the kind of sweetheart deal they would have to have written out to even get her out of her Twitch studio at her home to even consider that? You got to remember, like, okay,
That
she
must
owns
be
her
a lot of
likeness.
zeros.
She owns her likeness on her Twitch stream. She owns her name, and she could do whatever the fuck she wants because, as far as we know, her Twitch stream has not been touched. Like, I know you have an article, but in order for her to actually come back to the WWE and lose on the first day back, do you know the kind of fucking money that takes?
That must be an
That
astronomic
must be
level
an
of cash.
astronomically a
Maybe
lot.
it's a good thing that we lost Breezango in favor of getting Zelina Vega
Now,
back.
according
Maybe.
God.
According to a report from Fightful Select, apparently back in May, which was in May, that Zelina Vega was filmed over at the WWE Performance Center, and discussions between the WWE and Vega took place. Several influential names played a role in bringing her back. In regards to Twitch, it was unknown that if it was worked into the new deal or if the topic was even brought up.
Well, now.
So we are left to speculate. So
Mystery.
As for Aleister Black, Tommy, and her real-life husband, he appeared on the Twitch stream on the same night as SmackDown. As of right now, he has no interest of returning to the WWE.
Makes sense considering the shit they put him through.
Yep.
As of right now, it can change.
It depends how many zeros we can put on that check, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, they think that the image and the personality of Zelina Vega is worth more than Aleister Black. But then
Ouch.
again, have you seen Zelina Vega?
Yeah,
You
I
have
mean,
seen
it's
her.
kind of hard to compete with that image.
It's
Okay,
hard to compete with
like,
the. it's
Listen,
hard-
man, it sells, okay?
Oh yes, it does.
she's
Like,
a valuable asset.
Oh, yeah, there's
Okay,
some assets there,
here's-
all right.
Here's the really fun part about this. I actually saw a little video of from that was put up by GQ on YouTube last year, where the best of the world himself, CM Punk,
Oh.
looked over wrestling in films, in movies, in order to like do his take and criticize and stuff.
I mean,
and they showed
seriously,
us
look
clip-
at this.
You see her.
That's
God.
her.
She's
Those are photos
perfect.
from last night.
I'm gonna
And
close
we're
this
not
phone
Muñeca
before we
for real,
before we
dog.
start simping violently.
Now, the funny thing is that the last clip that he saw was in the film Fighting with My Family, like the biography of Paige.
Okay.
And Zelina Vega played AJ Lee, his wife. And one of the first things he said, like, okay, I'm going to say this right now. I'm really glad that they actually found a girl who is just as tall as my wife is. You got to remember, Zelina Vega's like 5 something, like not very tall. And like, okay, and she's got some incredible abs on there, but like, of course, my wife's abs are way better.
Wash.
Oh,
Go on.
actually, Jose, go ahead and pull up AJ Lee and
All right,
show
I was gonna say
Angel
I didn't
Lee's
want to
abs.
waste too much time.
Oh, speaking
I
of-
wanna-
You know what? We can go a little long.
Brief
It's
thing on
fine.
wrestling, by the way. I was running around the mall today grabbing some lunch. I found they opened a new Japanese goods store in the Citrus Park Mall. Guess
Oh.
what's the first thing that greets me when I walk in?
What?
The biggest box of bootios I ever seen in my life. And I'm like,
Nice,
well,
a new day.
I know what I'm getting my hands on next time I get paid.
I hope it tastes good. But,
Well,
like,
I'll find out.
the
Man,
point
it's
is-
filled with goodness.
Like the point is, they clearly had a good working relationship with Zelina Vega. They
Shit,
cle-
man.
Look at those abs of AJ Lee, and this is just her abs. Like, while
I'm
she
about to
was working.
simp.
That was in 2013,
That's
2014.
2013. Like that's almost 10 years ago. Abs.
Look
Her
at that
abs
waifu.
today are still rock fucking solid.
Hey, man, you don't lose that work.
No,
all easy.
just look at him. Just look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this bitch's abs. They're incredible. I've
Very
got
nice.
laundry. Can I scrub them there? Okay.
You
Jesus
could-
Christ. The
You could-
point is,
You could grind meat on those.
like the point
Yes.
is, if
Go on.
Zelina Vega had gained that much trust and that much partnership with the WWE for them
Yes.
to put her to play AJ Lee in one of their fucking movies, and they clearly have enough faith in her to try to bring her back after they unceremoniously fucking threw her out for trying to stand up for herself, you better believe they see the value of having her around. So you've not seen the last of Zelina Vega, you've not seen the last of Thea Trinidad on Twitch
Could
or
it
on the
be-
WWE.
I agree.
Could it be that this decision to fire her was done basically rashly, and somebody else in charge in like the big table of suits in the WWE goes, "Bro, no."
It's very similar to what happened with, I know you're going to bring this up, with the WWE's current president, what's his name? Nick Khan.
Nick Khan.
Like firing the iconic wrestler Samoa Joe only for Triple H, who's an executive right now, to bring it back. Like,
What if
no,
that's
you
what
fucking
happened?
Idiot, bring him back.
What is that? What if somebody fire her and somebody else who is equally powerful or with an equally shiny suit just goes, "Dude,
Like, do you
Well,
not
no,
know?
have
but
you
that-
seen those abs?"
well, guys, I think we've already made it clear why she got fired.
Yep.
She was too hot, and the other women couldn't handle
And
it.
she was making money without the WWE.
She was making money,
getting
and
cut.
she.
And
yeah.
so the WWE decided, we're gonna throw enough zeros at you that you decide not to make your own zeros because you're
No.
still valuable.
No, she'll be like, you know what? No, I'm making just enough zeros on my own on Twitch. I don't really need you guys.
But what if
You
we put
need
all
me.
these zeros though?
Now, as far as her husband Tommy End, I don't think we've seen the last of him too, because much like Samoa Joe, there is value into the character of Aleister Black. In fact, Triple H and Paul Heyman are the two guys that lobbied for Aleister Black to be pushed into the main event picture of the WWE. So I'm going into speculation because yes, like Juan says, I'm a mark. They will likely do what they did with Samoa Joe, have Triple H reach out to Tommy End and bring him back in NXT.
What if this
Maybe.
is like a meta promo? You know?
Maybe.
What if this is the new narrative? Firing
be
stars
fucking
only to bring them back.
hysterical.
Dramatic comebacks
But you know what?
everywhere.
Like the WWE's writing and creative team has never really been able to be accused of having a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
But
Ever
we
since
wanna-
Paul died and he took all the creativity and necromantic powers with him, it's never been the same.
Oh, yes!
I
we
return
wanna hear
to the underworld. Fuck this shit.
But we want to hear what you think, especially with regards to Sasha Banks and the return
Do you
of
think that this was some bullshit?
and the return of Zelina Vega. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Does Sasha Banks really need to be dragged on the coals for
At this
her
point-
implied opinion about the vaccine?
Can she
What-
just drop this shit and go back to Twitch and make even more money by...
That's Selena Vega.
That's
kid.
Zelina
Whoops,
Vega,
I
dude.
fucked up.
No, the Sasha
Two
Banks is the
different
one with.
people.
My bad.
Sasha Banks is the one who maybe or does or doesn't believe in the
Who
vaccine.
liked the
Oh, that one.
And
That
Zelina
one.
Vega is the one who returned, and they threw shitloads of money at her.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think about that stuff. And let us and hit us up with more news on about these shenanigans in the wrestling world.
Hang on a
I'm gonna
minute.
get the comments here.
Yeah.
Oh, Geeks 5 Ever saying
Hello.
How you doing, my man?
Hello,
It's been a while.
Geeks.
We
How
miss
are you
you guys.
doing?
Jesse Goku.
Yeah, we love and
Keep
respect you
pumping
guys.
that iron, son.
Always happy to see you
see-
again.
We've been seeing Jesse Goku. He's been working out. He's
Hey,
been trying to
good
get
on
fit,
him.
and he's doing an excellent job.
So have we.
So
I ain't-
have we.
I ain't.
We
I'm
are
just
getting
a flabby
strong.
fuck.
You are a father. You're already stronger than we could ever hope to be.
You can't
Your
be getting over
words are more powerful than.
Oh, you better believe
You
my words
carry
are
the
powerful.
weight of this family on your shoulders, and also my weight because I keep sneaking into your room and jumping on your back.
Is that why I've been having trouble sleeping?
Oh no, that's JC. He does that on Wednesdays.
God damn it!
So what have they been saying? Just saying-
And Billy's over here saying when he was just when you were talking about about not wanting to get into like movies or films or anything anymore. Angel, you described me perfectly. You nailed it right on the head regarding my lack of interest, amigo.
It just keeps going and going, and after a while you go, is it going to end at some point?
Maybe.
I'm not saying we want it to end forever, but sometimes a story needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But then it ends and it keeps going after the end, and you go, okay, this is not the end.
This is not the end.
Several endings later, you just kind of want the end to end.
Sometimes in the same movie, like
It's
Lord
not,
of the Rings.
it's not just one story though. It's multiple stories
Fun
in a
fact.
universe.
You know what else has multiple stories in the universe?
What?
Yeah.
One Piece. You know how many chapters One Piece has right now?
1,000,000 and counting.
1,015.
Fucking hell.
Oh, wow.
Bro, it's hard to get through One Piece.
What else has Billy?
That's it.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and turn things over to Angel for
All
our
right.
for video gaming news.
It is time to talk about video games and the people that play video games.
Hells yeah, because we all love video games.
How long? Let me delete all these million Selena Vegas tabs that I opened completely by accident.
And you're worried about my search history.
Hey,
No,
to be
I'm
fair
not worried
though,
about-
this is a very pure search history because she's a beautiful and skilled woman, and I respect that shit.
May I make
I also want to put my face right in that stomach and rub it until the skin peels off.
the only opinion that I had whatsoever about Zelina Vega and that could be anything like negative, quote unquote, when they had her playing AJ Lee in the movie. Could they not have given her ring gear that looked like AJ Lee's, please?
You
Like,
think so, right?
Seriously, how much is
Okay,
it? How much would
like
it
they
cost?
gave her the
for-
same Divas Championship belt, but she was in her own ring gear instead of like okay, if you're gonna play AJ Lee, you're gonna have her in like AJ Lee's T-shirt that she like cuts up and like
Yeah,
customizes in the cut denim shorts and the super high fucking Converse boots over here, like the Chuck Taylor boots.
Maybe that was part of the contract. Like she's not supposed to look exactly like the character.
I think there's literally like, yeah, no one's gonna notice. Who cares?
But
Right.
we did.
But we did. Whatever.
Did
That's
you
just
think we don't care?
It's
continuity.
it's just a sign of the WWE insulting their
I
audience.
know you're
Go
gonna
on.
get mad at me, but every time I know Samoa Joe doesn't look like that, but every time I hear his name, all I think about is the Rock's character in Moana.
Well, kind of.
What can
Kind
I
of.
say except let's wrestle?
All right. So what have you got for us?
So
Angel?
let's talk about Destiny 2.
Okay.
Destiny
God,
2
what
is a
happened?
surprisingly popular first-person loot collector game in a sci-fi universe that has received, honestly, more support than I expected. It got hit really hard with the population after people found out that the people in charge were manipulating the drop rates to make sure you wouldn't get enough XP or drop rates to qualify to level. See, it's just him with short hair. God damn it. So
Go
anyway,
on.
Destiny 2 has been mired in some controversy with its multiplayer and the XP rates being pretty fucked. Essentially,
boy.
after you play for a certain amount of time, your XP begins to severely reduce to ensure that you keep playing and playing.
You mean to tell me that they actually have it set up that once you reach a certain level of XP in the multiplayer game,
By day,
That-
they just go capped.
Seriously?
Yeah, now
They
mind you,
cap the XP.
this happened a long time ago and supposedly it got fixed, but I don't know. The game itself, less than a year ago, went free for PSN. I played it for a while. It was kind of interesting, but first person just doesn't do it for me. So now, recently, Destiny 2 just went from Battle.net to Steam at the end of 2019. And as expected, when something goes to Steam, it balloons with cheaters.
and you
Oh,
you
boy.
can find it on the Steam platform.
Oh my
You can get
God.
Lawbreakers on Steam.
Unlike Lawbreakers, though.
So moving on.
Destiny, unlike Lawbreakers, though, Destiny 2 is actually very well liked. It has a surprisingly dedicated fan base.
That's
Now,
Los Amigos play.
as a YouTuber called Astacross put it in a video, you would look at players and their record, they would go for 0.5 KD to 2.5 to 3.5 to higher, and they're like, what the fuck did they eat? According to the company Bungie, cheating went up to roughly 50% on the first 4 months of 2020.
Whoa!
It's
What?
almost as if people had nothing to do during that year.
But we don't talk
Now,
about
since
that
Bungie has shut down the cheat seller Perfect Aim and teamed up with Riot to take the Gator cheats to court. As anyone who plays the video game expansion Trials of Osiris mode each weekend can attest, Destiny 2 has a cheating problem. But Bungie may be sopping up the anti-cheat effort, and based on today's evidence, being a well-known content creator is not going to protect you from the banhammer. Let's be honest, there's a history of YouTubers with certain fame being able to pull far more weight than we expected. For a positive example, Markiplier is the only person in the world that can get YouTube to get his ass moving and fix mistakes, for example.
Yeah.
Which is hysterical. Like
I mean, where's
Markiplier's
the
just
lie?
a dude.
But
Like,
he's a
at the
very
end of the day-
charismatic dude.
But he's also the nicest dude.
He's
Maybe.
a very
like-
he's
he's
a,
like-
he's a good dude.
He's like the Ryan Reynolds of YouTube.
He's
Yes.
What if Ryan Reynolds makes his own YouTube channel and gets into a fight with Markiplier?
Oh,
No,
bro. Well, no.
I'd be like, I don't know who to root for.
Hang on a minute. What type of battle would it be?
I leave that to your imagination.
I don't think we can handle that, man.
And then Jack Black shows up. Okay, so
you
Go
boys
on.
are gonna throw down without my say-so. Let's rock!
All right, go on, Angel.
So,
On
as
Destiny
previously
2.
stated, sadly, being a famous YouTuber is not going to save you from the company if you start
Oh, no.
cheating on the game provided by the company. And back in Gangsta, a famous Destiny 2 YouTuber found this out the hard way. This man has been banned twice, and after being banned for the second time, he protested
shit.
his innocence, tweeting that this is kind of ridiculous, and asking for some people at Bungie to look into it. There is no way I get banned when I see match cheaters play for months. Now, to be fair though, it is true. It's not fair that you get banned when somebody else cheats harder than you. But let's be honest, bro. You are more well known than random cheater number 385.
Yeah, no.
Bungie's senior community manager, Dylan Gaffner, replied, "Bans are not issue without reason. The team has validated this action multiple times thanks to the anti-cheat detection and investigation." And he went ahead and linked Bungie's account restrictions and banning policy to this page. It seemed like a fairly mild response. It was not enough for the YouTuber, who continued to press his case, saying, "I'd like to see proof of what I was doing that
Oh my
resulted in this
goodness.
ban, because as of right now, this is bullshit." Now, this is the part where the crowd goes,
Oh god. Oh
Go
boy.
on.
Now, this is a public conversation, by the way. This was playing out on social media, and a streamer with thousands of followers on YouTube just walked into the line of fire. "Following up," replied Gaffner, "took some time to triple check this with the security team. We have detected 2 accounts under your ownership using cheat suites while playing Destiny 2 and have banned 4 accounts in total. This is our final communication on this matter."
Fuck. Okay, so like, dude, you're over here crying innocence and shit. We checked your shit. We know your ass is lying, and we know your ass is cheating.
You
So
just
don't try to play this game with
Bitch,
us.
we just called your bluff.
And unfortunate,
Oh,
and not
oh
only
really?
did they call it,
You're like, oh, really? You think that we're fucking throwing it out just because you're famous? Here, let us show you something. I believe you children call them receipts.
So it seems that this beloved YouTuber made the terrible mistake many companies made. He thought he was too big to fail, and normally, let's be honest, we don't normally side with the companies because the companies are assholes. But this is a very, very funny case of just the lore. To fuck around is human. To find out is divine.
Fuck around and find out.
The
as
fucketh
they
giveth
say.
and the foundeth taketh away.
I was gonna say that shit.
Oh boy.
Now I'm not
Hey,
saying
the formula works.
Moral of this story is, kids, don't fucking cheat.
Yeah, listen, if
You
it's, a,
will be
if it's a
found
single
out.
player game, help yourself. But if it's a multiplayer, when your performance affects the other players, you're gonna get it, man. Come on, don't
Yes,
do that.
there's a simple takeaway from this story, and it's this: cheaters never prosper.
Wasn't that the end line in the live-action Speed Racer movie?
It
They
was!
threw Royalty in jail.
Ah.
I was like, Judge rolls down, saying, like, at the end of the trial, with guilty on all charges, saying, "Cheaters never prosper."
Yes!
Dun, dun.
Embarrassing what passes for a ninja, more like a nonja. It's embarrassing what passes for a ninja these days.
Of course, we want to hear what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. Was this justified? Like, is the overreach from Bungie or these video gaming companies a little too scary that they can live monitor you when you're cheating, or are these motherfuckers getting what they deserve?
On one
Let
hand,
us know.
on one hand, I don't care if it's single player, but if it's multiplayer and you're actively fucking over the other players, listen, man, if you're not gonna play nice, they are gonna take your ball and send you home.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude,
Now-
they monitor everything going on.
Now we're approaching the end of the show, so I gotta wrap up this last.
Let
bit
me
of
get
business
this
real
last
quick.
comment in.
Shoot away, Dan.
Geeks 5 Ever. We will buy Jose for $5 in a Subway coupon.
Ah,
Deal.
make it in
What?
Italian with herbs and cheese, and you got me, baby.
Yep, and I'll take the $5. You can get the coupon.
Now continuing
Jose, fly to Texas.
Oh God.
from
Jesse
the realm
Courtney-
of Texas.
All right, go on.
Now, let's talk about stuff, mainly advertisement. We are not strangers to advertisement. We get it in TV, we get it on the radio, we get it in magazines, we get it in comics, we get it everywhere you look.
Hell, we
Ba-
advertise ourselves.
Yeah, babies recognize advertising logos by the time they are 20 months old. Fun little fact, because we are inundated with that stuff. Now, we have learned to live and ignore it because, let's be honest, when you have it enough times, it doesn't affect you. But if there's one thing we don't tolerate, it's advertisement in our video games. Well, we're cool with seeing posters. We're cool with seeing little pictures. But can you imagine playing Halo, getting killed? When you get killed in Halo, how many seconds does it take to respawn?
I
Maybe
believe,
3.
No, I was gonna say
Oh,
5.
5 seconds, yeah.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Imagine a pop-up ad.
Imagine a 5-second ad every single time you respawn or start the game or load into multiplayer or anything.
No, that's like
People.
watching a video on Daily Motion and having ads pop up every 30 minutes.
People fucking panicked recently because EA, it's in your ass, recently struck a deal with an advertising system called Player One, which is set to bring video ad tech to consoles and PC games. Now, this caused a severe amount of panic because they were basically saying, we're going to start putting ads in your fucking video games.
Oh.
Interestingly, less than 24 hours later, EA made another statement saying, we have no intention of putting TV ads in console games following the news report. According to the Axios, EA recently struck a deal related to the in-game company Player WoW, which is set to bring ad tech console to the PC games. They claim this is not true. The company says PC gamer that is not putting ads in console games, and it has not made a deal to do so. Following incorrect responses suggesting that we're looking to introduce TV-style commercials into our games, we wanted to clarify that in-game advertisements for console games is not somewhere we're currently looking at or have signed any agreement to implement. Notice the words, currently.
Currently.
You got to understand something. We've been covering a lot of EA articles lately, a lot of news from them, and they've been repeatedly tripping over their own shit and firing off on themselves. Look what happened here just now?
Yeah.
like your
Yeah,
your
no, my phone. Yeah, my
slipped.
phone nearly slipped off, but I learned to pick it up before it fell.
Yeah, no, they like EA. has
They
been
wouldn't
dropping-
let it drop.
Also, Jose has his phone on a sleek, nice leather wallet case.
Nice.
These guys in EA are stripping the actual casing off of their phones and lobbing it on the fucking ground, hoping that it'll bounce like a beach ball.
Unfortunately, this is not the only company doing this. The only reason why people are doubtful is because they're getting one story from one side different from the other.
What?
Axios, a different company, claims that C Multimedia has already struck a deal with Hi-Res, and a pilot has already run in Smite. That means that the free game Smite already has ads in between. According to the report, players during the pilot were much more likely to play a game and spend money in it if they could acquire perks by watching ads. It's feasible, though not spelled out in game report,
God
that
damn
players could acquire in-game currency by watching 15 to 30 second ads rather than using real cash,
Oh no!
thus turning a free-to-play video game into a free-to-watch-to-play video game.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my God.
Oh no! They're doing like what they do on the fucking mobile games.
Yes.
Like if you fucking if you watch this stupid ad from this fucking thing, like hot shingles in your area, you'll get like 5 Zenny coin, whatever the fuck in your game. Oh no!
The tech,
No!
the tech,
Oh,
wants,
no!
the tech wants to target younger players between 18
No!
to
It's
34.
gonna work! No! Fuck!
Wait,
Oh.
hang on a minute, guys. Doesn't this tie into EA wanting to produce mobile app games that we
Oh,
talked about
shit!
weeks ago?
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
It begins.
We are losing our fucking heads here.
I feel like Charlie in This Always Sunny connecting fucking dots on the blackboard like,
Pepe Slavey, motherfucker!
What?
Pepe Slavey!
Was this their plan all along?
It might be. The tech wants to target younger players who are more difficult to reach via conventional video game marketing. In order to be rewarded for watching the ad, the ad needs to be watched to
Do you know,
completion.
Angel? This is how serious it is. Jose's taking off his
Holy
sunglasses.
shit.
Angel, your glasses need to come off too. This is some serious shit, guys.
Oh, the
Oh my
humanity.
god! I can't see this shit.
In order to, hang
I'm a
on.
blurry, hairy blob.
Multimedia's own research claims that people will be willing to watch up to 10 videos per day for rewards, which sounds crazy, but hey, we are not market researchers.
What the fuck?
Multimedia's Dave Madden points out that 90% of the free-to-play audience never buys in-game items. So this is another way to squeeze cash out of them.
together.
The company wants to implement these ads in roughly a dozen games by the end of 2021. It is a grim version of the game's future. Volunteer to be marketed to during their scan leisure time for virtual rewards. Watch a 15-second ad about Cheetos to unlock Marvel-themed cape at Fortnite.
First of
Who the
all,
fuck
I'm
knows what's
amazed
next?
that you were able to read all that without your glasses. Secondly, I think you want your 2020 vision back.
Oh my god.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What we feared has come
Oh,
to
no.
pass.
Hey, Angel, ich lieb Kapitalismus, huh?
Ich lieben Kapitalismus.
No, this fucking
Hey,
bullshit.
Schlieben, fuck these
Fuck
guys.
this
No,
shit,
see,
man.
this is capitalism because you know what this means? Following the trend of capitalism, if this industry doesn't give me what I want, I will go buy it somewhere else.
Oh no.
Angel does have a
This
point.
company does that, I don't buy shit from this company. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Oh god.
That's why I say each live in capitalismus, because capitalismus isn't just bartering, it's trading as well. My money for your services. And if your services are filled with ads, you're not getting my money.
Unless if they reward you by watching their ads by giving you in-game
Not
currency.
even then.
Are you sure?
I am one dude.
Aren't you
look at the games
because
I
the
play.
reward-
Aren't you
will probably
afraid of
come with-
missing out?
Consider the following.
Don't you hear
Consider the
advantage?
following, my friend. What kind of games do I play?
You play some hack and slash crazy
Do you
wacky
think
wahoo
that the
bullshit.
games I play would benefit me of waiting time? Do you
Maybe.
think that I would like to stop doing 6 smoking stylish combos to watch 15 seconds of a pizza? Oh god, they would be filled with pizza ads, wouldn't they?
if they're loading in between stages or areas?
It's PlayStation 4. These things don't load anymore. Point in
But
case.
maybe they will.
Oh, they could implement forceful loading just to fuck with people. But first off, one, Japan will most likely keep these to mobile games because that's where they keep all their ads. And B,
Fucking.
well, let's be honest, I don't buy anything from EA anymore, so it doesn't affect me. But, bro, around the point where the people who you buy from are still selling you when you're already buying, that's the point where you cut your losses and leave. Because they are very clearly trying to fuck you over.
They are trying to fuck you over. What do you guys think about this? Obviously, you already heard our opinion.
Shit.
What the literal fuck?
Let us know in the comments below. Tell us your thoughts on this.
Remember all those ads at the beginning of Metal Gear 4?
Metal Gear Solid
Imagine
4.
them through Metal Gear 4.
Oh god.
Imagine them for real. Like while you're in the middle of fucking
the parallels are
fighting
so thick.
Liquid Snake or whatever, you see a little banner pop up. Try out Konami's newest product.
You punch Solido Snake in the face, slow pan of the McDonald's logo on the side of Outer Haven.
I will throw my controller right at
Free
the
from
screen.
advertising, free from commercials.
But are we really free?
Are we? Or
We-
is this just late
Only
stage?
when we go to space will we
Angel?
finally be free.
Angel,
Shut the fuck
this
up.
is late stage capitalism at its most disgusting.
You know what? Let's
But
read
that's
off
just
some
our
com-
opinion.
Yeah,
we need
let's,
to take a cue from Zone of the Enders. We're finally free in space.
let's read off some comments before we wrap up.
All right, Jesse Goku saying, "Where do I apply to be a guest on your show?" Let us know. If you-
Anytime that
Yeah,
you can, bro.
just listen. Hit us up. Obviously, shoot us an email. Should we tell
Like,
them our email?
not even like you can hit our email. We have
Yeah.
our official business email is theravensflockonline@gmail.com. But you know how to reach us. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can message us.
Contact us, and we will arrange ahead of time for you to be to appear as a guest. on
Just
one of
make
our
sure
shows.
to do so at least a week ahead because we take some time to like compile the topics we talk about, and we want
Yeah.
to make sure that if, as our guests, you'll be aware of what's going to be talked about during the
Exactly.
show. We don't exactly do this in a rigid framework, but
Considering that
being
we're running
prepared
late.
never hurts.
And you know what? The same courtesy is offered for
And
yours
for-
truly, Billy.
Yeah,
if
man.
you-
Billy, if you want to be here as an on-screen guest on our show, well, live via Zoom call,
Let us
Yep.
know, my dude.
then let us know ahead of time.
Yep. Speaking of which, Billy's saying player one more like ready ads one. I get replacement ads over anything. What is wrong with Verizon and Energizer and Alan Wake?
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it got really bad with Alan Wake.
Yes, it did. But I guess that pretty much wraps up everything. Next week on Los Amigos Play, we will return to complete Doom 2016 because we leave no stone unturned in the video game world. And next week on Wrestle Rewind, I will be covering AEW's Road Rager and NXT's The Great American Bash.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to next week.
And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with the Black Files when I'm actually able to.
We'll
talk
find
about
something.
We'll
We
find
always
something.
find something.
We always
It's
find
the
something.
internet. There's always something to
There's
share.
always something to talk about. News is circulating every day of our lives.
Yep. And as one little beautiful thing that we didn't actually get to cover properly, but since
We're
the
going
4th
a
of
little overtime. It's fine.
Since the 4th of July is just a few hours away, the folks and since we were talking about advertisements real quick, the folks at Budweiser decided to
Oh boy.
give us a beautiful advertisement to celebrate the 4th of July with America's favorite former president, like President Whitmore from Independence Day, coming back to inspire everyone to drink Budweiser and to social distance and fucking stay safe from COVID and shit. And he gave us a new rendition of his Independence Day speech from the fucking Independence Day movie.
Which
Oh.
was iconic. And I'm going to say this
Bill
right now.
fucking Pullman.
Bill
this guy.
Pullman is the president that we needed and deserve. And fuck everyone who disagrees with me. My opinion on this is right. Everyone else is wrong. Bill
Oh.
Pullman is my president.
Looks like he's taking a cue from me.
Yeah, he is. I hate that you influenced him this badly.
Good.
No, I don't give a
No.
shit what anybody says.
Yes.
Fuck everyone else. Bill Pullman is my president. I'd vote him
Jesus.
immediately.
Hey man, he threw himself on the front line to save the world from the aliens. It's kind of hard. Like that motherfucker is president for life.
For life. Except, you know, they still had a democracy.
It be what it is. We have come to the end of the show, and we would like to, as usual, express our sincerest thanks to our beloved listeners, without whom we would not be here this day.
Absolutely, because we do everything we can to discuss all the topics every single week, and we get your opinions on all the things that we discuss, whether it's over at cons, whether it's online, and it's all part of our mission to make your voice our mission.
You
Indeed.
then redundant at the end. This is why I hit the plugs, man. Come on. You were
Well, it
almost
is
there.
your mission to put the plugs in then.
Shall I start my mission?
Go ahead and start plugging us
Beginning
away.
birth.
Thank you very
Purchase
much for
mission.
watching this week's live stream edition of the Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Rouse. We stream every single Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern, live on YouTube and on Twitch, discussing the con scene here in Central Florida, geek culture in general, news from all sorts of worlds in the worlds of video games, sci-fi, movies, TV shows, anime, manga, everything geek culture related, and we strive ever since 2013 to make your voice our mission. As we said earlier, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on our YouTube stream and the follow button on our Twitch stream. And we we invite you to continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, and of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All
Very
right,
nice.
folks. This has
Purchase
been-
mission successfully completed.
Yes, folks, this has been another exciting edition of our flagship show. Way to kick off the month of July. Folks of the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.